Hello, it's Monday, 2/5 today, February 5th, 2024, and I am trying to come and bring videos daily to you guys. Couple reasons for it. One, it helps the public to get to know me and kind of get familiar with some of my opinions and some of my policy positions. And it also gives me an opportunity to practice on camera and on video. As a lot of you may know, sometimes when you're making videos or you're trying to do content, maybe you'll run out of stuff to say, you won't come off natural or fluent, you may try to make sure that your words are being heard, so you may slow down and you don't sound very natural. I have a tendency to do this because I can get to talking pretty fast, especially in court. I've been reminded many of times by many of judges that I need to slow down. You know how it is, you get to thinking. Speaking of thinking, I've been trying to think of more immediate policy positions of mine that will affect your well-being that I can produce for you or present for your consideration in the upcoming votes. I have been looking a lot into capping mortgage rates in just the state, the legalities of it. With this position, you have to kind of think outside the box because they're going to try and discourage everything you try to do because they don't want it done for one reason or the other. So a lot of it requires some heavy outside of the box thinking. I'm not going to make any dramatic decisions on anything without pretty much involving the public's response on it. You know, that's what you guys are supposed to be able to vote on things. That's the way it should be, is all this stuff should go up for votes yearly. But they don't want that. They want executive orders and they want to rule by fiat and authoritarian power, which is ridiculous. But some of my ideas, people might say, oh, that's crazy, it will cause chaos. Well, I don't think so. I think that a lot of it has been sold to you in that matter to make sure that the hierarchy and the power structure remains the way it is. Some of the most extreme things I can think of seem to be yielding some of the best results. I don't run things through AI or really use AI to estimate real world activities. I don't trust it like that. And I believe that people are unpredictable. And I also think people are a lot smarter than most entities and a lot of corporations think. I think they really think we're stupid. They really think we're stupid, and we think that we don't see everything they're doing because we like to humble ourselves and not, point out the obvious so much. It's time to do that, however. All of you kind of need to start pointing out the obvious. You're very uncomfortable right now because the country has made you uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable with the way things are going and the way that the power is being distributed. They're giving away your resources and looting the treasury, opening your borders, and failing at every duty and oath that any of them have taken. So that's demoralizing in itself. Meanwhile, you feel helpless, like there's nothing you can do. That's what they want. Truth is, though, there is something you can do. You can be loud and you can raise your voice. And you can go around and you can make sure that people understand they have to pay attention to who they vote for. And no matter what the fake news tells you, they're going to tell you, oh, our mainstream Republican candidate has raised so much money, or our mainstream Democrat candidate has raised so much money. Just switch to raised with stole, and you're probably more accurate. They don't raise money. They take money. That's what they do. They redirect it. You guys are paying for all their campaigns. So it's actually spitting in your face because they think you're stupid. When they say, oh, look at all the money we've raised from stealing, especially ones that are in power now already. It's amazing how those incumbents can just come up with $9 million, $10 million, $11 million real quick. No. It's corporations. The corporations have the money. They're trying to keep them in power, so they'll do whatever they can. Meanwhile, the legislation is set up to rob the treasury and give it to the corporations. So then they get the money back from the corporations. It's a con job. That's why they're Democrats, is they're demons. It's not just the Democrats, it's the Republicans too. They get you into this party divide thing, see? The Republican Party is almost worse because of the way they sell their bill of goods. They'll actually side with you and make you feel somewhat comfortable with them, and you can relate with them, and they'll pretend like they relate with you, until it becomes something outrageous that they start to defend. So they're with you 99% of the time, and then the 1% of the time where you need them there, they just take some crazy position that nobody in their right mind should take. That's by design. On both sides, they have to cater to the ruling class, the lizard overlords, or whoever it is. It's probably not lizard overlords, so we don't need Alex Jones clips of me out there. They'll do that anyway. We'll have enough of that in real life. We don't need to give them more ammo. I would like to think that soon we'll have some higher profile people coming out and supporting us, but there's no need to put me in the crossfire until, we're a little bit closer to the minute, we're a little bit more ready to go hot, because the minute that some of my higher profile friends start sharing me, as you can imagine, the heat will crank up. And these guys already can't win on its face, like with no endorsements. If I go head to head with any of these guys on a stage, it's over with. So hiding me is their best bet. But even if they hide me, I think people will vote for me, and I'm going to win anyway. So they have a lot of problems on their hands. Stopping Trump is important. Stopping me is more important. But the thing about it is that, it's not more important. That's offensive. What Mr. Trump is doing is very important, and electing me is not more important than that. I just want to be clear. Electing me is very important, though. I just don't want to discredit what he's doing. He's done a lot for the country, and he's done his family sacrifice greatly in order to give people like me the opportunity to even be considered for the position, because without him, I don't feel that the mechanisms would have ever allowed it. I was disappointed with the last couple election results that were given to us. However, I don't believe those were the true results. It's sad but true that so many of us believe that the elections are compromised. If we didn't have that true core belief feeling that our the foundation of our republic was under attack, then we'd probably give a lot more deference to those we disagree with. But the way it is right now is I just feel like they're all doing it knowingly with the intent to deprive us, and they're treating us like the enemy. So if we're paying to create an enemy that treats us as combatants against their system, it's just a pointless system, and it needs to be dismantled. And we need to put people in there that truly understand their meaning and their reason for actually having these departments. And we'll gut as many as we can. We don't need them all. It's pretty obvious. And the money system is broken, clearly. It's broken basically because the state of Washington, where COVID started, let's get this straight, it started in SeaTac, all right? And that was Inslee that started COVID right there. Chinese masters tell them to do it. That's my belief. That's what a lot of us think. I have documents that would actually show that pretty much is the case. However, this is YouTube, and they may want to just pull my videos down for telling those kinds of truths or showing those kinds of documents, because you don't get an opportunity to present them in a factual way, do you? You just get fact-checked by Snopes, who is a fat guy with a cat. It's true. Fat guy with a cat decides, right? People are onto them. Fake news is what we call it. And I noticed when I went to YouTube and put in MAGA, it brought up a lot of derogatory stuff. That's pretty bad. It's really bad. They've really exposed themselves. The gloves are truly off, and the sides are definitely drawn. So, I'm done an okay job so far, filling in 8 minutes and 41 seconds of time. So, my skills at giving you guys daily videos are definitely going to improve as I learn how to improv and come up with more topics and conversations to tell you guys about. There is no lack of them. It's just sometimes thinking of them on the fly. Sometimes I might like some inspiration to make me start thinking of it, or get into a topic or a conversation with somebody that would allow me to present it and hear other sides. I imagine those will be coming soon. I'm not exactly set up to have counter opinions here at this studio. Maybe if I got another chair, could have a liberal come. But there are no liberals that have good intent. I mean, they just give too much deference to the system. Even the ones that are good, they have too much faith in the broken system. So they'll give it deference. I don't know what other words to say. When I say they're criminals stealing money from us, those guys want to run cover for them and be like, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. Well, maybe. Maybe I have some theories and maybe they involve conspiracy. Looks like we're starting to lose focus on our camera a little bit here, so if the video quality went bad, I do apologize. I do have minimal lighting in here as I was testing out another light design. So I think I'm going to call it a video now, and thank you again for listening to me rant. Hopefully you guys will hear this later on, and hopefully you'll watch some more of my videos.